Glad we got that, huh? Hello team, how are we? Cfstk WOD, 14th, Tuesday the 14th of April 2020. Part A, working on some handstand skills. Part B, it's a weird up and down, like a double pyramid type chipper. We're going to talk about that more later. We'll get into a warm-up. The warm-up will start with our simple shoulder warm-up, which is 2 to 3 rounds of 10 scat push-ups, 10 wall angels. For Sharon and Leon, we've got 5 YTWLs. I'm going to refresh them at standing. This is a Y. Actually, I'll go over here. This is a T. The W here, this makes a little W, but I do it from a hinge. So palms back, pull to this position. That's a W. And then on top of that, we've got an L, and that's the L there. Cool? So it is a Y, a T, a W, there's my W, and an L. I didn't invent it, I just enforce it. Cool? So 5 YTWLs. Once you've done your 5 YTWLs, you've got 2 rolled a candlestick. If you've got a mat, use it. If you don't got a mat, then you can't use it. Get your rope out of the way. Whoosh, 2 rolled a candlesticks. So 2 to 3 rounds of 10 scat push-ups, 10 wall angels, 5 YTWL, and 2 rolled a candlestick. Of course, if you want to do extra stuff in there, do it. What I recommend is going back through and finding Connor's handstand wrist warm-up and wrist prep from the members page and doing that as well as your warm-up. Cool? Great talk. Part 1, 15 minutes working through some handstand skills. Depending where you're at, will determine how far you go. First things first, make sure you're competent. If you're kicking up freestand, you need to be able to do a cartwheel out. So as I always say, it's not the kicking up that's the problem, it's going to be the falling down that's going to rattle you most. So the first thing you're going to work on is the simple cartwheel. So I'm just going to lunge into it, and then from there, I'm going to take a half step with my leading hand. So I'll do it in slow-mo. Hands on the floor, kick up, step my left hand forward, half cartwheel. So that's your first thing. Once you get used to that, you can then explore either a lunge to the wall or a hold or whatever. So if you're lunging to the wall, we're going to get out of doing what we call a dive bomber. So the dive bomber would be running into the wall, throwing my hands down into the floor like I'm a dive bomber. So we want to do a smooth lunge into the wall. So I lunge in, hands on the floor, and then from there, kick up. So I'm sort of following the pattern I set up in my cartwheel. So one leg will be trailing, one leg will be leading. And if I need to, I can just keep that leg down. If I can kick to the wall, kick to the wall. If I can kick and hold, hold. Work on that for 15 minutes. If I'm comfortable with that, of course, then I can be taking it to a freestanding. I can be kicking up to a handstand, hold, etc., etc. Cool, good talk. Again, go back and check Connor's video on the members page. 15 minutes working on your handstand hold. Cool? All right. All right, scooch, 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 coming close. All righty, so scaling back from an inverted press hold, a handstand hold. Let's go headstand hold as a scale, as a progression. So if you're doing the headstand, first thing you want to do is you want to think about making a tripod. There's going to be one point of contact, which is my head, and then points 2 and 3 are going to be my elbows. So for this one, set yourself, I don't know, maybe like a palm width away from the wall. Interlace the fingers. Don't put your elbows wide. You want to bring them forward. So now I've got my 3 points of contact. Interlace the fingers, tuck the chin, roll the crown of the head right up into those fingers, and then from there walk up onto your toes. And when you're ready, kick up, keep your belly nice and tight, and try and feel the pressure on the crown of my head and each of my elbows. And if I'm comfortable there, I can extend the legs, squeeze my belly butt tight, etc., etc. And what you should be able to do is play around with where's the pressure in my elbows, is it on my head, can I find my balance point? From there, belly tight as you come down, keep everything nice and tight. For some of you, maybe that's enough, just working on a headstand. If you're comfortable with knees tucked, extend the legs. If you're getting used to the sensation of bracing yourself, then I encourage you to hands on the floor and try and kick to a bunny hop hold. So from here, you might just simply bring the feet over. Okay, and from here, once the feet meet the wall, oops, almost. Ooh, I'm getting tired, you know what I'm saying? Feet meet the wall, and you can just do conveniently, it's called a bunny hop hold, it's Easter week. So that's a couple of progressions back. Headstand and bunny hop hold. All right, part B is for time. We've got descending and ascending reps. We've got 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. kettlebell or dumbbell swings and sit-ups. So 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 kettlebell or dumbbell swings and then sit-ups into 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 of push-ups and a 30-meter single arm overhead lunge after each of those sets. So the first part follows the format of Annie. It is 50 kettlebell swings, 50 sit-ups, 40 swings, 30, etc., all the way down to 10. If your kettlebell is lighter than your dumbbell, then swing your dumbbell and vice versa. If you're swinging a kettlebell, it is an overhead swing. So make sure from your setup, bring that kettlebell up into the hip, start cranking through your reps, make sure elbows locked out, belly tight, etc. at the top. If you're not swinging your kettlebell and you're swinging your dumbbell, a little bit different, only by the sense of you're only going to take it to just above eye level rather than taking it out overhead, and just fingertips around one end of the dumbbell. Once I've done my 50 reps, 50 sit-ups, butterfly the soles of the feet together, fingertips to touch the heels, and make sure your chest is forward of your hip crease. 50, 50, 40, 40, 30, 30, 20, 20, 10, 10. At the end of that, take a big deep breath, start working through, 10 push-ups. Once I've done my 10 push-ups, I'm gonna grab my heavier object. If it's my dumbbell, get my dumbbell. If it's my kettlebell, it's my kettlebell. And I have a 30-meter single arm lunge. If you don't have a soft surface, just do 30 static lunges on your mat. There's 1, there's 2. No requirement to change arms. We're going back to that chestnut like yesterday with Nancy. Cool, so no requirement to change arms. Once I've done my 10 push-ups, 30-meter lunge, 15 push-ups, 30-meter lunge, 20 push-ups, 30-meter lunge, 25 push-ups, 30-meter lunge, 30, 30, the dirty 30. Cool, and that's for total time. 50 to 10 kettlebell swings and sit-ups, 10 to 30 push-ups, single arm lunge. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Questions, post them on somewhere. Post them on the Facebook page. There is a Facebook group coming for conversations and questions. As always, hashtag Cfstk, hashtag Cfstk together, hashtag Cfstk at home. All right, latest, go get it. Go, 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 go.